Alright. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We've got a special match today. It's a point of view cast of my own gameplay, something which is normally not worthy of being put up here on the main channel. But this week, I broke a streak. After going 0 wins and 22 losses in every single competitive tournament I've played against Byun, I finally took a map. That's right. And it was actually a surprisingly close series. So we're going to be doing a point of view cast. I'm covering up my own camera behind me so you don't have two pigs on the screen, as that can be a little overwhelming. And we're just going to turn the volume up and down. We're just watching a video in VLC, give you guys some analysis of what went down, some insight, as well as, since I haven't watched this back, some live reactions in terms of I am going to be interested to see what I did well. I know I did some things really well in this series because normally Byun just runs over me in early game TVP. Gumiho, a bit of a different player than Byun, but those are the two players, whenever I play them in a tournament, it's a nightmare. Whereas if I play against someone like Cure, I always feel like, oh, this is, I can kind of see, because he plays a bit more chilled out, like, I can get to a decent position. Against Byun, making it to 7 minutes without being miles behind to annoying Reapers and Widowmine drops and Hellions and Liberators and Banshees and all that sort of stuff, it's just almost impossible. So we've just come, at this point, it's game 2 in the best of 3, I'm down 0-1, and I've just lost a 28-minute macro game, right? So it's been pretty damn intense, and it was, I kind of got eBay blocked, got caught off guard, and I was like, oh no, I can't go Stargate if I've been eBay blocked. I'm not as comfortable in that situation, so I had to swap to a Twilight Charge first build, but I actually got a lead, despite having a really disrupted early game. And it was a 28-minute barn burner. He destroyed me, 10-1 efficiency in the late game, don't get me wrong. But I think if I'd pushed in the kind of the early late game or the big mid-game swarm,
just making excuses.
I might have been able to do something. So guys, you guys are going to be able to hear me there.
Excuse? I'd be very proud of myself.
Oh.
That messes up the opening a little bit, that's fine.
Okay, so what just happened, I'm remembering now. What I'm complaining about is I spilt a bit of water on my mouse pad, and my mouse was catching slightly, and I was just like trying to optimize my probes. It was screwing me up a little bit. So my pylon's a few seconds late. And, oh god, please build a gateway unit. Pig, what are you doing? Build a gateway unit, bro! I don't care how good your friggin' probe micro is. Oh no, this is not a good start. Oh my lord. Oh gosh. Okay, I mean, good probe micro, but definitely getting thrown off by that water getting spilled to my mouse pad at the wrong time just before I started this game. I think it was on the countdown screen. And already, dude, I forgot this. I knew this game started rough as well. I got eBay blocked. Hated having to open against the eBay block because 9 times out of 10 I scout it in game 1. Didn't scout it because I was going 19 Nexus 19 core, and I'm not practiced at that. I'm used to doing 20 Nexus 20 core, so it totally disrupted me. And now I was like, oh god, now there's a bunker here. I'm like, okay, just make 2 Stalkers, make Oracle, make Warp Gate, rally to the main. It's okay to be oversaturated.
There, that's fine.
As long as you keep building probes, it's good. Now, I've just noticed both Reapers have gone down to the natural. I've said, look, they're both on the natural. That's fine. We don't need to look. He's never going to build a 3rd Reaper. Highly unlikely at this skill level. Already 2 Reapers is a bit more commitment than many players will go for, but it's always 1 to 2 Reapers with a bunker. And there we go. Oh, almost get a Reaper, but not quite. Not bad. We're pausing probe production right now, which is not good. I've got 300 minerals. I should be building more probes at this moment. Oh, please queue up a few more. Okay, yeah, and a second gateway. Really important to keep the tech coming up and production behind it. So second gateway. I'm also going to need a Twilight Council really soon as well. Now, I don't think I'm going to be talking too much.
Wait for the Oracle to clean it up. It's fine.
Just going to wait for the Oracle to clean it up, I said there. So I think we're going to keep that about 70% volume, and hopefully it's not too loud. Obviously, doing this over recording, everything's all mixed in one track there, so just going to kind of react as it goes. And you might think this is terrible. It's not really that bad, but I am sending these probes back a little early. We refill the energy. We did take out the SCV. And uh-oh, those probes going in a bit too close. We just lost a probe. That's awkward. Oh, gosh. Oh, I didn't want to let the Reapers escape. But now we lose 2 probes because of that. And the bunker! The bunker! Don't let the... fuck off! Oh, get the fuck out. That's disgusting. The fact that the salvage got off there. How quick is salvage? Did they make salvage faster when they made that change, guys? That's crazy. I didn't realize it could do that. Oh, I wouldn't mind him killing a probe or 2 there. Like, that was me that fucking up, right? Going down there a bit too early and stuff, but... The other bot, that actually triggers me. Damn it. I forgot how triggered I was by that, man. That's funny. Oh, God. And now he comes out. He knows that I like to spam stasis traps everywhere. So He goes in, gets one of my Stalkers there. I'm trying to get Stalker Stasis Trap outside, so if he goes for an early follow-up push, I can kind of shoot down a few Marines, bait him into Stasis Traps.
Try and go double forge anyway. I know it's super greedy, guys. I just feel like he has to slow down here unless he's a crazy person. If he flies across this map with the drop, he's going to fly across this map with the drop. All right, we're going to go here, try and intercept there.
All right, so we're going to get a few shots on the medevac. His reaction speed's almost instant, though. So he's trying to hit me with a drop right now. We saw 2 Cyclones, so we can assume there's 2 Cyclones inside. I've gone double forge off 2-gate. Incredibly greedy. I'm making Stalkers, but remember, I don't make Blink. I'm going straight charge with this build. We're using Stasis Traps rather than Blink to allow us to kind of kite back against Terran armies, which is normally what Blink gives you. Losing, I think, 2 Stalkers there, though. That is very nasty. Double Cyclone drop when you don't have Blink or Phoenix is a nightmare to deal with. Gonna get 2 probes as well. Warping in another Stalker. Oracle's here. Okay, we're gonna get a few hits on the medevac at least. That's something. I cannot lose this Oracle, though. Medevac with the boost. Very good. Don't want to give him the free unload on the high ground. 1-1 upgrade's gonna start just shy of 6 minutes. Dude, I'm watching my own camera right now. I am spazzing out. Check this out, guys. Look at me. I'm having a friggin' seizure. I'm so tense. I'm like hunching forward a little bit.
See, now he's playing like a mad dog. This is
Now
what
he's playing.
should always be doing against me. Just make me micro, make me just interact. The more interactions you have, the more you're going to show your skill difference over that player. So he's playing much smarter this game. Realizing after that last game that if he loses to me, it's actually very embarrassing for him. So he doesn't want to fuck around with none of that. No.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fuck around. Doesn't want to lose a game to a caster. Would be quite embarrassing. Phoenix does come out. I needed that to shut this down. Without that, it was going to be really hard. So we're just going to pick up 1 Cyclone. Oracle kills the other. And we shouldn't lose that last Stalker. But that was a huge disruption. And I feel very blind. Even though there's Stasis Traps there, I'm so worried that he's maybe moved out the north. I'm sending a Phoenix out as well. We're trying to get to 6 gates. I'm going to need more gates than that. But I think I'm also realizing greed is important. And we need to get some
down.
Need to get some gateways up.
You would love me to have adrenaline pumping through my veins.
Dude, the self-coaching was really good this series.
Look, I'm going to make dumb mistakes.
This is really good. So I'm pointing out in real time. I'm saying to myself, slow down, deep breath. Too much adrenaline right now. He would love me to have adrenaline pumping through my veins, making crazy mistakes. And this is basically, if you think about it, this is something you've always got to focus on a little bit in StarCraft is, you know, being focused is good. Oh, that's another one. Another harassment coming and catching me off. Gets 2 or 3 probes, but pretty good reaction there. At least I was nearby. But yeah, he's trying to just kind of get me to panic, get me to overreact, get me to start making mistakes. And when a player plays like this, I mean, it's not free. Double Cyclone drop's very expensive. Landed Viking's also expensive. He can't do that and have a fast stim push coming across the map. So I'm like, you know what? I've got 1-1. I've got my 9 gateways now. I'm building a 10th one in the top, an 11th gateway in the bottom. So 11 gate Zealot, and I'm keeping it simple, stupid, right? I am on 2 gases. I do not have more gas. I am going 4 base, 4 mineral lines, nothing but Zealots. I'll add Blink. I've got Blink on the way. I do need that 2nd Forge upgrade, though, but I'm struggling for gas. Finally starting that armor, and we're going to start dumping chronos into that as quickly as we can. Let's get the audio back on so we can hear my real-time thoughts as well as the game sound. Oracle finds itself a Marine. We're trying to figure out where his army is, and he's being quite passive. It's 8.5 minutes and he's just chilling, but I imagine his 3rd base is pretty much full of workers, which means even having my 4th base up and running is not that big an advantage. Ideally, though, because he's got to push sometime soon, if we can fight with
my anti-Reaper wall against me was really good, by the way.
If we can fight with 2-2 versus
nice
1-1, that'll be big. I'm just pointing out in real time that like the little Cybercore wall off up the top that stops the Reaper running behind the mineral line, it made it way more annoying to deal with that drop. So it's something I might actually take away in future games. I might adjust that. We'll see how it goes. But for now, we've still got the Oracle, which we're going to just keep filling with energy, spamming Stasis Traps everywhere, because that is such an abusable and powerful part of my PvT at the moment. And it's incredibly powerful in this patch. That energy recharge, man, if you just keep spamming Stasis Traps, it makes a difference. And look at that. We got a big one. Okay, so I'm splitting the army. I always follow a very Zerg mentality with this style, Mass Zealot. I want to swarm. I want to come from 2 sides. I want to try and surround him as best I can. Now, Oracle could kill 2 Marines, but I'm focusing on making sure I do not lose that Oracle. So we come forward, find a few guys. We're looking around. I'm kind of trying to figure out where is his army, and I'm purposely only showing him a small chunk of my army. He clicked on my sentry. Oh my god, this is so annoying playing
kind of small there.
Players that are this good. So he sees my army. He sees it small. He gets the Oracle, which is really unfortunate. I do split some Zealots to take those Widow Mines. And if he pushes in, he's going to get wrecked. He's going to stim into my base. The Mad Dog. Oh, the tanks are exposed. Massive stasis. Eat my stasis trap Byun.
A lot of Widow Mines.
Widow Mines land on his own tanks as well. My Zealots are getting kind of clogged up on the north side, but I've got so many Zealots from the south as well that I think it's fine. But look at that. He's going to drop in my main while trying to extricate some of his units with the drop. So I'm like, screw that. I'm not letting you out of here. I got to counterattack right now. But also I'm like, oh god, that's a lot of Marine Marauder about to come out of the stasis. I need enough units to deal with that. Uh-oh. Am I being too greedy? I don't want to give up this moment. I don't want to let this army escape and get out of here. So we're taking down medevacs. We're gunning down a lot of Marine Marauder, splitting Zealots into his third base as well to make sure we kill a lot of SCVs. We'll see how we do here. Splitting the Zealots up so only a few take the Widow Mine hit. Trying to get more SCV kills, but he's redropped on the low ground right now. I'm going to need to warp in more Zealots, put these probes back to mining, build a fifth base in the midst of it. Good multitasking pass, Pig. Dude, I forgot I did that. Fifth base in the middle of this? Impressed with myself. What can I say, guys? It's not a high bar normally, my normal ladder play. So yeah, we're going to send some Stalkers up here, guys. And if we can blink on top and take that out, that would be great. Unfortunately, it looks like most of the Stalkers were a bit too far away, so we don't quite kill it. Might be worth building another Phoenix, or maybe if that Phoenix from earlier in the game survived, I can send it up there. So I really hate drops hanging out. Yeah, I do make a Phoenix, and that's what we're going to be doing. Now, at this point, guys, he's got a fourth command center. I know this game's going longer. I'm going to have to add gas and tech at some point. But I think I've kept him small enough, and I've got 3-3 on the way. I think I can keep massing Zealots as long as I take a sixth base, get up to like 90 probes, maybe even more than that. I've got those 11 gateways pumping units. That sentry should be able to save itself. Indeed, it does with the force fields. Phoenix is going to hunt down the drop if it's on the top, which allows me to move these units away from the top, focus on the bottom side. And if I can continue to go 6-gate base, mass Zealot, that can be amazing. I'd love to build a few more gateways. Yeah. Going to go to 14 gateways already. That'll take me to 17 gateways. And being able to mass Zealots is still not going to beat a bio army, right? If they're concentrated, if they have Widow Mines, Ghosts, everything together, I'm just going to get me junk ripped off, right? The Marines are just going to beat me senseless with my own meat. But if I hit the third, the fourth, the main base with the prism, all this sort of stuff at the same time, that's where this army can be effective. So we distract from the north, we see a lot of his armies there, and that incentivizes me, or encourages me, I should say, to push in. And notice we're blinking forward and focus the medevac, we then focus on Marauder. So even as he runs away, your Stalkers can still guarantee kills. Now I did false start my first charge there, but look at this. Notice we're focusing those Marauders. We do take a pretty big Widow Mine, but we're getting quite a few Marauders. I can't lose the Stalkers though. They're expensive. Remember, I don't have a lot of gas. That force field was the funniest thing I've ever friggin' seen. I'm just like, let's just throw a force field on the ground. Why not, dog? Do we have +3 yet? Yeah, I think I'm starting plasma shields now, guys. We are playing the Singapore server, by the way, guys. So I have about 95 ping. Byun probably has about, I'd guess, 80, 70, something like that. Pretty damn good ping for both of us. So it's one of my things. I do prefer playing against Korean pro players a bit more than playing against like Clem and stuff, because against Clem, I'm normally playing with about 150 ping, and it's just, it's kind of hard when you're playing against one of these fast micro players with a bunch of lag as well. All right, Prism's ready. I'm going to hit this south side. He's got a planetary on the fourth, so I figure that's probably just a no-go. You can technically run Zealots in and shift-click on the SCVs and ignore the planetary, but for now, we're going to get in there. And guys, we're on 17 gateways, so we're just going to warp in so many Zealots. Now, he's quickly dropping up there, which I'm like, ah, man, why are pros so good at dealing with drops? So I'm splitting the Zealots through his base. We're on the front. We're going to take out a medevac there, which is pretty nice. The Zealots in the main doing decent damage, but he's pulled back to a choke point. And I think I'm kind of like, ah, man, I don't want to just funnel those Zealots into a choke point, but I'm realizing I may have to. Stalkers and sentries, we don't want to die, remember. We want the Zealots to be trading and nothing else, just the mineral units that are expendable. I'm on 6 bases versus 4. So if I can keep getting these small little trades, it might work. We've got Dark Shrine on the way, +1 plasma shields coming in. And you can see these Zealots. We actually clicked on a lot of add-ons and barracks in that main base, targeting them down. We take out a bunch of Ghosts. I'm going to lose a bunch of Stalkers for it, but I think, yeah, I don't need to trade efficiently. Especially if I bait him into my Zealots in the open, right? Because that's where my units can do really well. A few more Zealots warping in the main as well. If these Stalkers can blink forward and take out the medevac, one more medevac going down. If they can get another medevac, oh my gosh, they will. They will get another medevac. He did focus my Stalkers though, so I just lost 4 more Stalkers. So he's making me pay. Every time I get these valuable units, he's making me pay. We do have another Nexus in the bottom. That's base number, what is that? 7? Base 7. Yeah, that's base 7. I'm being so wasteful. But because I didn't go splash damage, I'm able to just, I'm still super mineral focused. Like, yes, I've gone to 6 gas now and started to add some tech. I'm going to add a robo bay. I'm going to add extra gases. That's 8 gases now. Second robo, put these guys on there. taking gases all over the shop. He's only on 4 base, remember. His main's completely mined out. His third keeps getting assaulted by me. If I can keep attacking it, that's going to be big. Zealot's trying to get on top. And up on that north side, is that even worth fighting into? He's got a lot of Marauders, but remember, we've got +3 armor. He's at best got 2-2 at this point. I don't think I ever checked the upgrades while playing live, but I think we've still got a little bit longer with the upgrade advantage. Stalker's having some struggle. Can we get the Ghost before we leave? Oh, he's chasing after. He knows that these Stalkers are the units I don't want to risk losing. And he gets a lot of them. Dude, very punishing play there for Byun. Zealot goes back in that mineral line. We shift click it on the workers. Now, is he coming too far with the chase? We're hoping that he's coming too far with the chase here. Remember, he's very damaged. He doesn't have a lot of healing. If he doesn't pick up, he's going to lose all those Marauders. This is great. This is great. Every Marauder that goes down is massive. We just got another few Marauders. But oh god, he's got a pack of Widowmine Bayou up there. Dude. Oh my gosh. And a 4-base Terran has a pretty big tail of income. You know, it's not like he's just starving for money completely yet. Even though I've got more money, I still need to actually win some fights, and Widow Mines plus a big ball of Marauder is going to be really hard to take down. Now, the Sentry did get energy with Guardian Shield, but he focus fires it again. Dude, these pro gamers and their try-hard micro, but look at that blink forward into the Medivacs. I just took out like 5 Medivacs. Dude, the Medivac focus fire is really good, but I went too far forward. Ooh, I do get another 2 Medivacs though. And warping in 17 Zealots at a time feels pretty good, dude. Feels pretty good indeed. And if he chases, remember, most of his things died. We're going to take the base on the north as well. So he's not going to have any bases that he could take because I've already taken all of them. He has to kill my bases in order to make that happen. I just did a Control F1 to select all idle workers. We tried to blink with the Stalkers, but unfortunately we'd already used it, so it wasn't ready. And we're going to keep pulling back to this base, warping in more Zealots. The initial pack of Stalkers is pretty good. I think there's a Prism down there as well. Looks like I see the shadow of a Prism.
There's turrets everywhere.
But I don't think I've realized that there's a Prism standing there. Okay, I do realize. Hey, it's going to go for the main base again, maybe. Or maybe in behind the natural. That could work too. That Prism is probably just going to run over some Marines and Ghosts and get killed. All right. I mean, if I could go Colossus, that'd be big. I think I have a second Robo and a Robo Bay. I don't know if I've been building anything.
Because he's out of money.
Dude, pulling the boys. He realizes he needs to take this base off me. If he loses his bio ball, he's screwed. The Zealot's pretty good at clearing the SCVs, but they do buy time and allow his bio to do pretty well. An accidental move command there. I warp in a Dark Templar. If he doesn't have any scans or if he doesn't realize, because remember, he's so broke, he might not even realize, but he also, he impedes the Stalkers, not the Dark Templar. Dark Templar's adding some damage. Zealot's warping in right now. He's pushing up the ramp, but those Widow Mines, can we get them before they burrow? We got rid of one Widow Mine. The other one does land a shot, splashing the Dark Templar. Dark Templar goes in as well. My army, I'm like, oh, dude, I feel like I'm starting to lose these fights. I can't believe it. I'm realizing now I'm making the Colossus as plan C. I should have already started the Colossus. All right, and this is actually a genius decision. I'm so proud of myself doing this in the heat of the moment because I realized, look, even if he takes that base, I've still got so much more money than him, but I can't be taking fights this inefficiently. And if I can get back to counterattacking him, hitting his rally, warping him with Zealots in his main, that's where I think I'm going to ruin him. But right now, I need to pull back and find some better engagements. So we're going to try and say, okay, because if he takes that base, how does he defend the planetary up the top as well? I could jump on that with my whole army. I can trickle Zealots down here, run Zealots in his third, his natural. So I think he would love me to just let him fight and kite with Bio in one position against Zealots. But if I instead send those Zealots in his natural, there we go. Big counterattack on the minimap. You can see where we looked at it. We did leave a few Zealots attacking a Ghost Academy, which is obviously not ideal. And he's going to start engaging here. Remember, we want to keep baiting stims out of him. We want to engage, pull back, engage, pull back. We've got Colossus here. We're going to warp in another Sentry and use Guardian Shield on it. I never made Storm this game. And there we go, guys. So he comes forward, the Colossus doing really well. I'm trying to focus fire the Colossus in the middle of the Marines, but I don't have range upgrade, I don't think. I think there's... Oh, I don't think range is done just yet. Okay, maybe it is now. The Colossus, though. Oh, they're vulnerable. Oh, my God. He jumps on them. No, don't lose the Colossus. Oh, it's such an important unit. But you know what? He did have to move through Zealots to do that rather than start a step away. And I think he may have lost enough units that that's worthwhile anyway.
It's crazy that he managed to get on top of the Colossus. How good are Terran units, dude?
How good are Terran units, dude? The complaints of a very bad Protoss player who's punching way above his weight right now. But what can I say, guys?
Run away.
I wouldn't be a StarCraft player if I wasn't.
Whenever he stims like that, you can pull back.
Whenever he stims, we can pull back. I'm pointing out still that same mentality, guys. Bait stims out of Terran players. Keep the fights going non-stop. The Medivacs will not keep up with the energy, especially if they don't have Caduceus Reactor. Dark Templar from behind. Colossus from the front.
Double Forge is so good, man.
Double Forge is so good, man. My comment there, guys. Now, obviously, I went on from here to absolutely crushingly win the series in this third game, guys. The video is definitely not about to end there. No, 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 not at all. Not at all. Anyways, professional production here. I hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you do want to see the whole unedited series, I've actually just created the Pig Plays channel where I can be a little bit more indiscriminate in putting up just good, fun games without really packaging them too much for YouTube. So if you guys are ever hungry for more content of me playing StarCraft as well as other games, check that out. I'm going to put a link down below in the description to that video on that channel so you can watch the epic 28-minute game one and the rest. Anyways, let me know any questions you have in the chat, and if you're okay with me posting videos like this. I think if I'm playing a pro gamer and doing that well, it's worth putting up, right? And it's basically, what, the last time we had a game like this was the game where I almost beat Clem about 9 months ago or so, the middle of last year. It's not going to be happening very often. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's about it. Have a good night, guys. Bye.